Hello, my name is Banda Banda. I'm a musician, a producer, and a creative entrepreneur. I'm a bass player. That's my instrument of trade. I've been playing bass for over 25 years already. Yeah, well-traveled musician. I'm very passionate about the arts. I'm passionate about music holistically. I'm also passionate about equipment and making sure that I play the best and use the best equipment, but also just to make sure that I deliver the best product to people who love music. So Ultimate Ears is one of the best brands around the world right now, and I know that the best musicians around the world use the same product. I do have a mentor of mine who's a good friend who's known for his work with Paul Simon. His name is Magiti Kumalo. As we were chatting, having our conversation, he did mention that he's part of this brand, and I was telling him, oh wow, okay, I didn't even know that, because I was following the brand and I was really excited to see what they're all about, and I was reading through all the things they were doing and their ethos and about the brand and what it's trying to give to the musicians or to the live music space and also studio space. So that's how I learned about it. And closer to that, Bakiti introduced me to the family of Ultimate Ears. So I do have different Ultimate Ears models. I do have the universals. I do have the 150. I do have the 250, and I also have the 350. It's for different, obviously, usages. But also I do have the custom in-ears, which is the live, which has 8 drivers. I do have the 8 drivers, which is a custom. It was very easy. You go into the website, you click which one you like to have on the customs, and you send your impressions. Fortunately, I already had my impressions done here in South Africa, so I did send my impressions to the US, and within a week, they were done, and I received them at home, delivered at my address at home. So it was a very seamless experience for me. First of all, I feel like they really, because they're one of the main people that have really spent time on just the audio experience, where you feel like you are in a, I don't want to say studio, because my ones are live, so they have different ones, but the ones that are for live are very specific to hearing a monitor, but just hear and feeling like you're part of a room, you know. They are also very comfortable, very high quality, very light. You know, I've heard that a lot of musicians, because I've used others before, but they're very light. So you don't even feel like you're wearing anything. Now that I use them religiously, I struggle to feel like I can use a monitor, because the monitor feels like it's far from me. The distance now is quite far. So now with the Ultimate Ears, I feel like I am part of a bigger collective, especially when I use them in a live setting where I also have the audience. When I have the audience mics in my ears, it's heavenly. And the separation, where it's like you can hear all the instruments with a good sound engineer, or rather monitor engineer, which I have for most of the gigs that I do. It's heaven. I hardly even have a stage sound when it comes to even my amp, because everything is just so the amp is just for a feel now, but everything here. And also my one has a sub within my in-ear, so the sub feel is already here. So it has changed my world. It feels like I'm starting to hear my tone better as a bass player. Also, the drum sound is quite big, and there's width. That's the word I'm looking for. There's width within the in-ear world, and I don't have to crank my ears. As someone who does a lot of shows and also in studio, I feel like, whew, there's a lot happening here. Good news for musicians. I'm very excited because we've been speaking about the pricing of the molds, which is the custom made. It's quite high, I don't wanna lie. And not everyone is ready to start on that price range. But at Marshall Music, we've really worked hard with the Marshall Music team and the Ultimate Ears to bring you these universals. Obviously, it's different price range, and also they have different drivers and for different usages. They are the same level without the molds, but the way they've built them to have like different tips, about 6 tips, I think, to just make sure that they fit into your ear and make sure that you can test and see what you like. Ultimate Ears. Marshall Music is where you find them, and you can find them online also at marshallmusic.co.za.